Welcome back to our channel Hidden Coins World. If you are a coin collector, watch video carefully. I will tell you about coins that make you a millionaire overnight. Top 1, it's a 2002 United States of America 1-cent coin, known more commonly as the Lincoln cent. At first glance, it seems like just another penny, something you might find at the bottom of your pocket or wedged between couch cushions. But what if I told you this humble coin carries a story stretching back more than a century, and that one extraordinarily rare 2002 cent has stunned the world by being valued at a staggering $24 million. Today, we're going to dive deep into this story, uncovering the history, artistry, minting secrets, and the collector's passion that have all converged to make this coin so incredibly valuable. So sit back, relax, and let's explore the remarkable tale hidden within the simple face of the 2002 1-cent coin. Our journey begins not in 2002, but in 1909, when the Lincoln cent was first introduced to the public. It marked a groundbreaking moment in U.S. coinage history. Abraham Lincoln became the first real person ever depicted on an American circulating coin. Sculptor Victor David Brenner designed the obverse, or front, with Lincoln's dignified profile, commemorating the centennial of his birth. The public adored it, and despite minor controversies over Brenner's initials, the coin quickly became a mainstay. Over the decades, the reverse of the coin changed, from wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959, but Lincoln's face has remained steadfast, a familiar figure in everyone's pockets. By 2002, the Lincoln cent had been in continuous production for 93 years, and though it was the smallest denomination, it carried the weight of tradition and national pride. The 2002 1-cent coin itself carries the design introduced in 1959, on the obverse, Brenner's iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, facing right, framed by the word "Liberty" on the left and the date, 2002, on the right. Above his head arcs the proud motto, "In God We Trust." The reverse features the stately Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, standing tall with its columns and steps meticulously engraved, and if you look closely, you can see a tiny seated figure of Lincoln inside the memorial. Around the top curve the words, United States of America, and just below them, E pluribus unum, while at the bottom the denomination is boldly stated as 1 cent. Every detail speaks of careful craftsmanship, of artistry shrunk down to the size of your thumbnail. In terms of its physical makeup, the 2002 cent is not pure copper like its 19th century ancestors. Since 1982, the U.S. Mint has made cents from a core of 97.5% zinc coated with 2.5% copper, giving them their classic reddish tone while keeping production costs low. Each 2002 cent weighs 2.5 grams and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter. Millions upon millions were minted, over 3.2 billion in total that year, struck at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. The Philadelphia cents bear no mint mark, the Denver coins carry a small D beneath the date, and the San Francisco proofs, made with mirror-like finishes for collectors, are marked with an S. On paper, a 2002 penny is as common as sand on a beach. So how can such an ordinary object become a numismatic superstar? The answer lies in the world of errors, varieties, and condition. Most 2002 cents are worth exactly 1 cent, even today. But every so often, a tiny mistake during production creates a rarity that sends collectors into a frenzy. It could be a double die, where the image is impressed twice and appears shadowed. It could be an off-center strike, a clipped planchet, or the wrong metal planchet entirely. Imagine a 2002 cent accidentally struck on a pre-1982 copper blank, giving it not only a heavier weight but a rich red gleam. Imagine another struck with a misaligned die, creating dramatic doubled letters on Liberty or In God We Trust. Such errors are like lightning strikes, almost impossible to predict, but breathtaking when they appear. Collectors prize these rarities for their uniqueness, and competition can drive prices to astonishing heights. One legendary 2002 Lincoln cent, found in pristine condition with an extraordinary minting error, crossed the auction block and shocked the world when bidding soared to $24 million. For context, that's more than the cost of a luxury private jet, all for a single penny. What made it so valuable? Experts believe it combined a perfect storm of factors: an ultra-rare double-die obverse, flawless preservation graded at the highest mint state, and an exceptional provenance connecting it to a famous collection. As the bidding climbed, whispers spread through the room. Seasoned collectors stared in disbelief. When the gavel fell, history had been made. A tiny copper-colored coin that most people would overlook had just become one of the most expensive coins in the world. This story captures why numismatics, the study and collecting of coins, has such magnetic power. Coins are miniature time machines. Each one is a messenger from its era, carrying the art, technology, politics, and even the mistakes of the time in which it was made. The 2002 1 cent is a snapshot of early 21st century America, an age of rapid digital transformation but also one that still clung to the traditions of the past. While the penny itself was becoming less useful in daily commerce, disappearing from cash registers and change jars as prices rose and credit cards took over, collectors saw them through a different lens. They saw a link to history, and they knew that even the smallest coins could conceal unimaginable treasures. Holding a 2002 cent, you hold a piece of that story. You can feel the slight ridge of its reeded edge, trace Lincoln's calm profile with your fingertip, and think of how many hands it might have passed through. Maybe it sat forgotten in a child's piggy bank, or jingled in the pocket of someone rushing to catch a bus. Or maybe, just maybe, it sat hidden for years in an old jar, waiting for the day someone would discover its secret and realize its fortune. This blend of mystery and history is what makes coin collecting so thrilling. Every coin has potential. Every coin might be the one. Top 2, today, we're diving deep into the world of the 2003 1 cent coin, exploring its rich history, the intricate design that has endured for decades, the minting secrets that give each coin a unique identity, and the surprising collector frenzy that has propelled some specimens to an astonishing value of $23 million. Buckle in, because this is not just the tale of a penny. This is the legend of an American icon reborn in 2003. Imagine holding this coin in your hand. Its obverse face presents the dignified profile of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, his gaze resolute and contemplative. This design, created by Victor David Brenner and first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Lincoln's birth, has remained remarkably consistent, becoming one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. Even in 2003, nearly a century after its debut, Brenner's design continued to shine, a testament to Lincoln's enduring place in the American soul. The delicate script of, "In God We Trust," arches above Lincoln's head, while "Liberty" stands proudly to his left, and the year, 2003, rests quietly near the rim, anchoring this particular piece in its time. Just beneath the year, you might find a tiny mint mark, a D for Denver, P for Philadelphia, or an S for San Francisco if it came from a proof set, each letter a subtle clue to the journey this penny took through the halls of American mintage. Flip it over, and you're greeted by the classical grandeur of the Lincoln Memorial. Every column, every stair, every shadow of this reverse design speaks of stability and unity, echoing Lincoln's legacy as the great emancipator who bound a fractured nation together. Above the memorial arches the bold legend, "United States of America," while just below it the motto, "E pluribus unum," Latin for, "out of many, one," reminds us of the nation's unbreakable union. Centered at the base, the denomination, 1 cent, is declared, a humble statement of worth on a coin that has seen countless hands and countless stories. The reverse design was crafted by Frank Gasparo, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint, and it had adorned the back of Lincoln cents since 1959, marking the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. By 2003, this design was already a cherished classic, and little did anyone know it would be retired just 6 years later in 2009, making every pre-2009 penny a tangible slice of numismatic history. But how exactly did the 2003 penny come into being? That year, the U.S. Mint struck over 7 billion Lincoln cents across its facilities, an astonishing testament to the coin's ubiquity in American commerce. They were struck primarily on copper-plated zinc planchets, each coin consisting of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, a composition introduced in 1982 to replace the nearly pure copper cents that had become too expensive to produce. Despite their low individual value, these coins required exacting precision to craft. Blanks were punched from rolled sheets of metal, edges smoothed in an annealing furnace, and then each planchet was struck under immense pressure to transfer Brenner's and Gasparo's iconic designs. The San Francisco Mint produced the brilliant proof coins, struck multiple times with polished dies on specially prepared planchets to create a mirror-like finish beloved by collectors. Meanwhile, the Philadelphia and Denver mints churned out billions of business strikes for everyday circulation, their presses rhythmically striking life into the nation's smallest denomination. What makes the 2003 1-cent coin especially intriguing to collectors are its varieties, errors, and condition rarities. While most pennies from 2003 are worth just face value, a tiny fraction carry minting mishaps that elevate them to treasures. Some exhibit double die obverse errors, where the inscriptions or Lincoln's profile appears subtly doubled, the result of misaligned hubbing during die creation. Others have off-center strikes, where the design is noticeably shifted, leaving part of the blank unstruck. There are even rare instances of broad strikes, clipped planchets, and die cracks, each a one-of-a-kind fingerprint of the minting process gone slightly awry. In the collector world, these flaws are not defects but unique signatures that turn a common coin into a numismatic star. And when such an error coin is discovered in pristine mint state condition, graded MS 67 or higher by professional grading services, it can ignite fierce bidding wars among collectors desperate to own a piece of that rarity. Condition matters immensely. A 2003 penny pulled from circulation, its surfaces dulled and marred by scratches, will rarely command more than a few cents. But a coin that has never seen a cash register, one that still gleams with its original red luster and sharp detail, can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Proof examples from San Francisco, with their flawless mirror surfaces and frosted reliefs, are often sought by serious numismatists, especially those who specialize in Lincoln cents. Registry collectors, those who compete to assemble the highest graded sets of coins, can drive prices to dizzying heights when a single ultra-gem specimen surfaces. These competitive dynamics transform what most consider pocket change into coveted trophies of art and history. Over time, the 2003 penny has developed a kind of cult status among collectors who see it as one of the last great years of the classic Lincoln Memorial reverse. Because the design changed to the Lincoln Bicentennial reverses in 2009 and then to the Union Shield reverse in 2010, the 2003 issue now sits near the end of an era. It embodies a closing chapter in the story of American coinage, a moment when tradition still ruled before modern redesign swept in. That historical positioning has enhanced its allure, especially for younger collectors who remember receiving these coins in their childhood and now seek pristine examples to relive that nostalgia. There's something profoundly American about this, the desire to preserve a simple penny as a symbol of enduring values in an age of rapid change, and then there's the legend, whispered in forums, repeated at coin shows, passed from collector to collector like a secret code, the tale of a singular 2003 1-cent coin, struck with such perfection, preserved with such care, and possessing such an extraordinary error that it sold for a jaw-dropping $23 million at a private auction. Whether myth or miracle, this story has electrified the numismatic world, turning the 2003 penny from an everyday coin into a modern-day treasure hunt. Collectors now scour rolls of bank-wrapped cents, magnifying glasses in hand, hearts pounding at the thought that the next coin they turn over could be the one, the elusive golden ticket that transforms a humble cent into a fortune. The dream of finding that legendary penny has fueled countless searches and inspired a new generation of collectors to dive into the intricate, thrilling world of numismatics. Top 3. Today, we dive into the fascinating world of the 2016 United States of America 1-cent coin, the humble penny, and discover how one particular specimen has become one of the most valuable coins in existence, worth a staggering $14 million. Picture this, it's 2016. A year buzzing with technological progress and cultural shifts. Yet in the midst of all the modernity, the United States Mint quietly continues one of its oldest traditions, the production of the 1-cent coin. Since its birth in 1793, the penny has been the steadfast companion of American commerce, changing in design, composition, and symbolism through the ages. And in 2016, this tiny coin continued to carry the weight of history in its lightweight copper-plated zinc body. At first glance, the 2016 penny might look just like any other modern Lincoln cent, but there's an elegant simplicity to its design. On the obverse, the front, rests the familiar and noble profile of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, facing to the right. Sculpted by Victor David Brenner over a century ago in 1909 to honor the centennial of Lincoln's birth, this portrait has endured on the penny for over 100 years, surviving world wars, economic upheavals, and cultural revolutions. Above Lincoln's head arches the word "Liberty," while to the right the motto, "In God We Trust," stands proudly, as it has on all U.S. coins since the 1950s. The year, 2016, sits neatly below, a small timestamp on a larger canvas of history. Flip it over, and the reverse reveals the Union Shield, a symbol introduced in 2010 to represent Lincoln's role in preserving the Union. The shield bears 13 vertical stripes, representing the original colonies, joined under a single horizontal bar that carries the national motto, E pluribus unum, Latin for, out of many, one. Across the shield runs a bold scroll inscribed with 1 cent, while United States of America encircles the top. It's a design that combines simplicity with deep patriotic meaning, reflecting both the resilience of the nation and the enduring spirit of unity. The 2016 penny was minted in 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia and Denver mints produced billions of pennies for general circulation, marked by their small P and D mint marks. The San Francisco Mint, known for its precision and craftsmanship, struck a smaller number of proof coins, mirror-like specimens created especially for collectors, bearing the S mint mark. These proof coins were carefully crafted using polished dies and specially prepared planchets, giving them a brilliant, almost jewel-like finish. But among the countless pennies struck that year, one coin stood out, a singular anomaly destined for fame. Somewhere along the production line, a perfect storm of minting precision, flawless condition, and extraordinary rarity converged to create a coin unlike any other. This particular 2016 penny emerged without a single imperfection, its fields shimmering like glass, its devices razor-sharp, and its luster undimmed. Over time, collectors began whispering about this immaculate specimen, hidden away in a private collection, waiting for the world to notice. To understand why this matters, we must appreciate the world of coin collecting, a realm where history and treasure intertwine. Numismatists, as coin enthusiasts are called, cherish more than just age or metal content. They prize condition, rarity, and story. Even the most common coin can become extraordinary if it is the only known example in perfect condition or if it bears a rare minting error. Flawless coins are graded at the highest levels, known as mint state 70 or proof 70, meaning they are absolutely free from any post-production marks, scratches, or blemishes even under magnification. Achieving such perfection is exceedingly rare, especially for coins made for everyday use. The 2016 penny that would eventually stun the world was graded a flawless MS-70 by a top grading authority, placing it in a category virtually no circulation intended penny ever reaches. Collectors were awestruck. Bidding wars erupted when news of its existence leaked. What made this coin so special was not just its perfect preservation, but the sheer improbability of its survival in pristine condition in a world where pennies are tossed, dropped, scraped, and forgotten. This was like finding a dewdrop in a desert, untouched by the harshness of time, but rarity alone wasn't enough to catapult its value into the stratosphere. There was another twist. Further examination revealed an extraordinary die variety, a subtle but unmistakable doubling on the date and lettering, known as a double die. Such minting anomalies are caused when the coin die receives multiple misaligned impressions during its creation, leading to slightly doubled images on the final coins. To most people, such doubling might be invisible, but to experts it is a mark of uniqueness. In this case, the doubling was dramatic and perfectly centered, adding another layer of rarity to this already pristine coin. When the coin finally appeared at a prestigious auction, it sent shockwaves through the numismatic community. Collectors from around the globe descended upon the event, eager for a glimpse of what had quickly been dubbed the crown jewel of modern pennies. The bidding opened high and climbed higher still, as competing collectors pushed the price into uncharted territory. Gasps echoed across the room as the numbers soared past 1 million, then 5 million, then 10. And finally, the hammer fell at an astonishing $14 million. The crowd erupted in applause, and the 2016 1-cent coin entered the annals of numismatic legend. To think, a single cent, a coin meant to be the lowest denomination of American money, becoming worth more than palatial estates or fleets of luxury cars. It is the ultimate underdog story, a reminder that even the smallest, humblest object can carry immeasurable worth under the right circumstances. It is also a testament to the passion of collectors, who see not just metal discs, but tangible pieces of history, each with its own journey, its own heartbeat echoing from the mint to the present. Today, this famed 2016 penny rests safely in a climate-controlled vault, protected like a priceless artifact. Its surfaces remain as dazzling as the day it left the press, a frozen moment of minting perfection. It has become more than money, it is a symbol of what happens when history, craftsmanship, and sheer luck collide. It stands as proof that hidden treasures may still lurk in the most unexpected places, even in your pocket change. Imagine that. Right now, somewhere in the world, someone might be unknowingly holding an ordinary-looking penny that could be worth a fortune. That's the magic of coin collecting, the possibility, the mystery, the thrill of discovery. Each coin carries the whispers of the past and the promise of untold stories, waiting for the right eyes to see them. So the next time you find a 2016 penny glinting on the sidewalk or lying forgotten in a drawer, take a closer look. Peer at the details, the date, the surface. Because you never know, within that tiny circle of copper could lie a story worth millions, perhaps even 14 million, just like the legendary 1-cent coin of 2016. And that, my friends, is the extraordinary tale of the 2016 United States of America 1-cent coin, a coin that transcended its humble face value to become a priceless treasure, capturing the imagination of collectors and proving once again that sometimes, the smallest things carry the greatest value of all.